Alright, it's that's JosefVStalin, and welcome to yet another Starcraft 2 beta skirmish match. And in this match, I command the blue Terran, and my opponent, Tremotli, commands the red Zerg. And before I begin this match, I just want to say something, and that is that I'm good at this game. I am damn good at this game. But I know that you can't win them all, and I'm not going to be posting just wins on my channel when it comes to Starcraft. And this is a losing match, but it was a close match. It was a really close match, and just a really bizarre match, and you'll probably see why. But anyway, at the beginning here, I'm sending out some Reapers to harass his base. He's got a bunch of Zerglings waiting for me. I'm able to kill one and zoom these guys out of here. Gonna try and go with the ramp. Not gonna be able to, so I just climb up the wall. Because Reapers are good for doing stuff like that. So anyway, my Reapers are going to come in and see his probes, or not probes, his drones. But he's got 2 queens, which is weird. Most Zerg players only have about 1 queen. Especially at this early stage in the game, we're only about 5 or so minutes in. But I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot of damage, so I'm going to get these Reapers out of here. Oh, never mind. We're going to continue to harass this expansion. Alright, so he's going to strike back. He's got some Banelings and Zerglings outside my base, and he's going to try and use those Banelings as a battering ram through these this place that I've blocked off here. And I'm going to continue to use these Reapers to harass these Zerglings and Banelings. I'm going to take them up, and these Banelings, or sorry, these Reapers are just going to do terrible, terrible damage to this light Zerg force, because that's what Reapers do. They just do great damage to light units such as Zerglings, such as Banelings, and they're able to tear that force apart. Was able to do some damage, slightly damaged a barracks, and killed 2 supply depots, but it really wasn't enough to hinder this assault. And they're gonna strike back with their own ferocity, but unfortunately he's got a great counter to Reapers, which is upgraded Zerglings with speed, because with those speed, Zerglings can catch up to Reapers and surround them and kill them. Even though Reapers are quite fast units, they're not as fast as those upgraded speed Zerglings, and I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot of damage with my Reapers, and they're going to go down. So now at this point I'm going to try and expand, but unfortunately my opponent is right on top of this, and he sees my expansion and takes out a couple, Reapers, but I got a siege tank on the ridge, so he's able to take out a good hefty chunk of those Zerglings, and I got to pull back this command center. And what my opponent does, he's really good at containing me. That's what he really did well. He just contained me through the entire map, and I couldn't really break out. But I've also, if you can see over here, I'm pumping out air units, trying to break this siege, break the containment. Now fly around and continually harass my enemy here. Gonna try and attack his probes, gonna go for his, main resource line. Gonna do everything I can to just relentlessly harass this guy. And they're gonna keep flying around, but he's got Hydras out on the field, and they're able to pick off at least one of my planes, but the rest of them are able to get away before he can do anything. So I got a fleet back on the prowl here, and they're gonna go for the expansions. They're gonna see this hatchery, take it down, take down the 1 Hydralisk defending it. That's gonna fall. He's gonna bring in the troops to defend it, but they're not going to be able to get anywhere close to these planes in time, and the harassment will continue again for the duration of this match. Basically, things go on like this for quite some time, probably at least 15 minutes. I continually harass his base with my airplanes. He counters with some Hydralisks or an Overseer to see my Cloaked Banshees, and it just kind of goes, blow for blow, hit for hit, for a while, until the kind of final siege and the final crux of this battle. So he's going to bring in these Hydralisks to try and defend. Fortunately, my Banshees have Cloak, but he's got an Overseer coming in. I don't see that till it's too late. These Banshees go down. So this is it. He's about ready to begin his final siege on my base, and I'm also attacking his base with my air force, destroying his buildings. So he's gonna go for my buildings, and he neural parasites my siege tank, turns it against my own units, and then he's able to kill a bunch of my own units. And he's able to get into this base with relative ease and start destroying my base. Well, at the same time, I had managed to break his containment and expand it to this area over here, defended by these destructible rocks. And my troops, my air force, is continually, or apparently they're not, but they will once I realize that my base is a lost cause. Because, you know, they're coming in and they're destroying everything. I've got, like I said, small air force. Defend it. And now they're going to go to town on his base. And then it becomes a race to see who can destroy each other's bases the fastest. Because the way you win StarCraft is you destroy all the enemy structures. It doesn't matter about the troops, you just have to kill the buildings, and that's how you win. So I figure, while his base is undefended killing my base, I'm going to go to town on his buildings and try and kill them faster than he can kill mine. And I've got a distinct advantage that he doesn't. Terran can lift off their buildings and fly away. So I'm trying to save whatever buildings I can from this siege. Gonna fly it over to my expansion over here, while my roaming air force is able to start destroying all. I destroy all of his bases, all of his expansions with these Banshees. Gonna take down this hatchery, and he warps into spore crawlers, and these end up pretty much killing me later on in the game. The match still goes on 15 minutes after this. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's the longest match I ever played. But see these defenses here. These are called spore crawlers, and they are anti-air turrets. And if I had destroyed those while they were still hatching, I probably would have ended up winning the game, because effectively he doesn't have any air force, he doesn't have any detectors, and he doesn't have any way of making any more, because I destroyed all his tech buildings, which allowed him to make more detectors and more units. So I destroy all his base, so he gets to be revealed. And at this point, I just wish I had more Banshees. I just wish I had just a little bit more of an air force, and I might have been able to pull this match out of the fire and still win it. Unfortunately, I had no such luck, so I take what I have left and begin to go to town on his last tech buildings and take them out, so we can't build any more units. He has to rebuild his entirety of his tech tree. I was able to save one starport and the rest of my command center. So he notices my expansion, and I gotta get it out of there. So I fly away my command center off to the corner of the screen, and because I still have my command center off the corner of the screen, I'm still in this game. I'm still able to fight, because he hasn't destroyed all my buildings yet, and he doesn't have any air force, because I destroyed all his technology, his entire tech tree, so he couldn't build an air force. So I've got 3 Banshees left. 3 rogue Banshees gonna fight a guerrilla warfare against this massive Zerg opponent, trying to take him down. And again, I do come close, because he's got one last base left over here, trying to warp it in. Trying to hatch it in, or whatever you want to call it, whatever it is that the Zerg do. And I'm gonna go over there, and I'm gonna take it out. And again, I'm trying to rebuild the command center. He's also got more expansions going down. And there's this one. And he doesn't have anything he can do to stop me, because all his troops are over here doing something stupid. And these rogue Banshees continue their relentless fight for freedom. And so this is it. This is his last hatchery. And again, if I destroy it, then I win. But I've only got one Banshee left, and it doesn't have any energy to fight this battle. And things aren't looking good for my rogue Banshee squadron. They were not able to take out the Zerg Empire. And at this point, there's not a lot I can do. I'm just gonna harass his probes, or not his probes, his drones. And then the final sort of nail in the coffin here is he uproots his spore crawler and moves it into position. And at that point, there's nothing I can do. And then I have to quit and concede the game, even though I fought hard and bitterly and dragged down his empire. kicking and screaming. It was a fun match. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. This is going to be JosefVStalin signing off for now, and I'll see you guys later.